I started by grabbing PVC piping and red Pexa pipe from my local hardware store and some battery-operated ornaments from Dollar Tree. Using a tape measure and a permanent marker, I divided each PVC pipe into 4 equal sections. Next came the fun part. I wrapped each PVC piece with red duct tape to give it that classic candy cane look. To install them along the walkway, I hammered the sticks into the ground to create simple stakes, then slid the candy cane PVC pipes right over the top. I repeated the same process with the red Pexa pipe to create that cute hula hoop effect over the pathway. Finally, I added the battery-operated ornaments right on top of each PVC pipe, and that was it. Such a simple, affordable, and festive project, and I absolutely love how it turned out.
I started by driving to Home Depot to get my supplies. I grabbed a roll of sprinkler line. I brought the pipe home and I unrolled the pipe onto my yard as straight as I could get it. Next, we measured out 20 feet of pipe. We cut the pipe at 20 feet, and then we repeated this process 3 times. Here are all 3 of the cut pipes. I'm going to take these brooms from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the handle from the broom. Here are all the brooms, and I needed 6 of them for this project. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to map out where I want each of the archways to go. So I'm going to do that along here. Next, I'm going to place the stake in the ground and I'm going to hammer it into the ground, but long enough sticking out of the ground for the project. And I'm just using a rubber mallet to pound them into the ground. The next thing I'm going to do is slide the pipe onto the pole. And then I'm going to do this to the other side as well. So you can see how easy that was, just putting the archways up. So stake and arch, super easy, anyone can do it. Now it's time to add the lights. So I started by laying an extension rod along their rocks, and it will come out at the bottom. Now you can use any lights that you want. I'm going to start with some white lights. Depending upon what occasion you're doing, you can create different looks with these. So like all white might be great for a wedding, and you know, you've got your holidays, you've got graduation, you've got different things of the year that you could do this concept for. So the first arch is all wrapped, and we're going to talk about the plug on the bottom. And so we're at the bottom and we're going to plug it in, but we're wrapping the excess around so that we don't have as much dead space. So we're going to pull the line straight, and then we're going to go over here and wrap it around the base of the next one so that it stays into place. Now we're going to continue winding up the next pole, and I'll show you what it looks like as I finish looping all of these lights on the arches. Now I have a little bit of extra lighting. You could either leave it at the base or wind it back up. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull it back to this other arch and help make this walkway a little more clear, and I might define it on the other side as well. So it's all ready, and I'm really thrilled with how it turned out. You could twist these tighter and have more lights closer together and use more strands of lights if you want. Okay, so it's all ready, and I'm so excited about how big this is, and I think it's gonna look great this evening.
I grabbed 2 broomsticks for this fun outdoor DIY. I hammered them into the ground on either side of my sidewalk, and then I attached the hose on one end and ran it over the sidewalk to secure it to the other broomstick for an arch shape. I wrapped a green dollar store single garland strand around to hide the hose, and then I attached a light up garland to the whole thing. I secured the garland to the hose by twisting the branches together at the back, just like a twist tie. Now I have a beautiful lit up arch to go with my holiday decor. I hope this inspires you to get creative with broomsticks for this holiday season.
Grab a foam pool noodle and an ornament that lights up and a garland from the Dollar Tree. Start at the end of the foam noodle by wrapping white tape diagonally. Continue wrapping the tape downwards until the entire foam noodle is covered. Trim off the extra tape and fold over to secure the ends. Remove the packaging from the ornament light and stick it into the hole at the top of the noodle. Remove the end cap from a broomstick from the Dollar Tree and insert it into the foam noodle. Wrap outdoor lights in the garland together. This will be used to add between the poles. And that's it. Now you have life-size North Pole outdoor Christmas decorations. I hope this inspires you to create your own outdoor Christmas decor.
To start this project, you're going to need an outdoor candy cane. I started with an old baking sheet and I placed one of my white gloves onto the surface. Next, I'll be using Folk Art Ultra Dye. I took a paintbrush and dipped it into the Ultra Dye and then painted it onto my glove. Here's a look at the completely painted glove, and I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. So while that's drying, I'm removing the tags from the outdoor candy cane, and I've got some ribbon from the dollar store as well. I'm going to place the bottom stake onto the outdoor candy cane, and I'm going to take a little hot glue and glue the start of the ribbon to the stake and the candy cane. And then after it's set, what I'll be doing is I'll just start wrapping the ribbon around the outdoor candy cane. And I want to make sure it's nice and snug, so I'm going to pull tight each time, and I'll continue wrapping. Once I get to the top of the candy cane, I'm cutting off the excess ribbon, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of hot glue at the top here. Now I'll be opening the loofah scrubs, and this comes with two. We'll be using the white one, and you could take the green one and use that for a gift if you prefer. Now I'm going to aim the rope down, and I'm going to add some hot glue into the loofah scrub, and then I'm going to stick the top of the candy cane and hold it in place until it cools. Now I need to stuff a little bit of the glove, so I'm going to add a couple cotton balls to each finger. I'm going to take a plastic garbage bag or grocery bag, and I'm going to put that in the center for the hand. Now again, you could stuff this with whatever you prefer. Now it's time to adhere the glove to the loofah. So I'm going to stick the string into the glove, and then I'm going to add some hot glue into the glove and onto the ribbon and stick it all together so it stays as one piece. Now I want to add one little extra fun tip for this, and I'm going to cut a little piece of silver ribbon, again found from the dollar store, and stick it through a red bulb. I will tie the ribbon together and create a little knot and cut off the extra ribbon. Now I'm going to add a little hot glue to the pointer finger, and I'm going to stick the knot of the ribbon onto the pointer finger as well. Then I'm going to pinch it together between the pointer finger and the thumb until it cools completely. And I hope this inspires you to create a Grinch hand of your own.
Basically, just start with 2 pool noodles, and what we're going to do, put some hot glue on the ends here. We've got to make sure these stay nice and tight to each other. So join those 2 at the end just like this. Take some white duct tape. So that's going to hold it together along with the glue, and you're going to leave that on there. Go ahead and start at one end. So you take your tape, start right there at the end, and you're going to go with not a 45-degree angle when you start wrapping it, but pretty much like a 60-degree. You want to get some territory on this when you start wrapping it. I grabbed this tape from the Dollar Tree, and it's going to be able to wrap the whole thing for you. Twist and tape all the way down to the end. This roll should be able to do the whole thing. If you get off a little bit, just reposition it. Now that we've got our noodle wrapped, what we're going to do is go back to the beginning, and we're going to run about 2 good glue strips here of hot glue about 6 inches in. And then what you're going to do is right at the 6-inch mark, go ahead and squeeze this over just like this. And we're going to join these 2 pieces together. Got to hold this down while you're working on it. Then what you're going to do is about right here, run another set of glue just like that. Now, when I fold it over, if it's not enough glue, you can just go ahead right here and stick some more in. Just like that. There we go. The whole key to this is holding it while you do it. We're going to continue along the whole thing, running glue and folding it over. Once we get to the end, what we're going to do is put the last bit of glue on there, and we will roll it up. Now, the important part is you're gonna grab yourself some rubber bands. Once we get that first rubber band on, go ahead and put one more just for safe measures. We're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how we're gonna finish it up. Okay, after about 5 minutes, we can go ahead and take the rubber bands off, and it will hold just like this. Next, what we want to do is take a pair of scissors, and right next to where the end is of the pool noodle, we're going to go ahead and puncture it. Make like a cross. The farther in you can go, the better. So you stick it, stab it in just like that, turn it 90 degrees, go in one more time just like that. Let's grab some hot glue again. And what you're gonna, right here, just fill the hole with hot glue and just put your stick right in there. Perfect. And that's gonna hold just wonderful. Next, I went to the dollar store and grabbed a cellophane bag. I actually got 2 of these for $1. And you'll stick the whole project right inside just like this. And then we're gonna bunch it up at the bottom. I got some ribbon that I pre-cut. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it in ribbon, and when we come back, I'll show you the final project. And there it is, our final project. What a great outdoor decor it is. It's waterproof and it looks great. We made each one of these for less than $5, and it spruces up your yard just in time for the holidays.
Here is my metal arch. This is not a terribly expensive thing. You can buy these on Amazon, and what I am going to do is decorate this to transition into a holiday dinner table. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my ribbon and wrap it around, and I want to wrap it right underneath here, and then I'm going to tie it really tightly, and I'm going to tie my bows for my swags to welcome people under the archway. Okay, I'm going to start with garland, and I'm just going to twist these around it. That way I'm also covering up the white frame a little bit. And then I'm just going to start adding some more greenery to enhance it. So that's what you do, is you just go around and fill in like so. And now I'm going to add some shatterproof ornaments, and they're always so much prettier when you add them in clusters. So I'm going to add 2 or 3 at a time. Feed the pipe cleaners right down through the greenery and attach them. So there you have it, coming or going. You have a beautiful Christmas archway. You have these swags on either side that, don't tell, those are helping to hold our arch. And you're gonna walk over the little Christmas entry. And then when we turn around, beautiful arch, all decorated for Christmas with big, beautiful ornaments.